All right, the program is this morning on ITV, and we said our guest was on his way and is here this morning. Emma Azuike is here in the studio with us to discuss the 2015 general election and the clamor for e-voting by so many proponents. Said we just need to do away with most of the excuses or challenges that we encounter in 2011, 2015, and 2019. Emma, welcome to our studio once again.
Good morning and God bless you, my brother.
Okay, your assessment of the 2019 general election, did we make so much progress from 2015?
Not much, if you ask me to say, based on what I discovered during this election. Now, I was a domestic observer in Imo State, and I witnessed so many things. Even some of the actions of most of our returning officers is something that we need to look into. I want to take an example from what happened to where I observed. I witnessed the collection. That is in the Orlu senatorial zone.
Okay.
Orlu senatorial zone. I witnessed it. I was there during collection. I was there when the result was coming in. I'm talking of the attitude of our returning officers. You know, most of our returning officers has no integrity. They call themselves professors and other things, but I discovered that there's no integrity in their professorship. That is the reality, and that is the truth. Because if what we witnessed in Imo State and the returning officer collected, because I was there, it's not a matter of hearsay. I was present. I witnessed it. And I was there when they were bringing in results from all the local government in Orlu senatorial zone. And when he's supposed to announce the results, he was trying to play some pranks.
And all the results of local
All the results collected, and then people told him that you have to announce this result. Not even the governor. Governor was not there. It was agents that said that this result has to be announced. That you have to announce this result. That is how it is done. If you conduct a governorship election, the state returning officer will announce. If you conduct a presidential election, the chairman of Inec, that is the national returning officer, will announce. If you conduct a senatorial election, it has to be announced at the zonal level. That's exactly what happened. Only for the man, I was surprised for the man to say that he was under duress to announce that result.
Okay, now.
So looking at, I'm trying to tell you some of the problems we have in terms of our electoral process. You know, because I didn't see much improvement from 2015 to 2019. Even 2015, I will tell you, is more credible.
Okay, now we can sit here and talk about problems, you know, for 1 hour, 2 hours. Now, let's move forward from the problems. So much has been said about problems that have been encountered, ranging from collation to, transmission of results, to announcement of results, to the process itself, and the voting process itself. Now, so many people are calling for e-voting in 2023. Where do you stand as regards the issue of e-voting?
I think that is okay. E-voting is okay. When you go to the United States of America, where they conduct elections, they don't have all these problems we're experiencing in this country, because they go through the process of e-voting.
And they have a democracy that is over 200 years.
Over 200 years, and their own is working. Even Ghana has gotten it right. I don't know why we won't get it right in this country. It pains my heart. I said here, in the past, that I respect Omar Yar'Adua so much, the president that died while in office. He would have gotten it right with us, because he's a man that was bold enough to say that the process that brought me in was faulty, and he owned up to it. Moves ahead to institute a panel headed by a retired, renowned Chief Justice of the Federation, Ways, and the man made some recommendation that would have helped the electoral processes. But we cannot even adhere to such recommendation by West panel. I have said it here that if we will adopt that processes, a situation where the electoral empire is truly independent, They don't depend on the executive. Even the process of appointing the chairman of Inec should not be by the president of this country, because he who plays the piper dictates the tune. That is why we are not getting it right now.
What process should it be?
Like the way justices are being appointed, the justice of the federation, we can go through that process. We can even bring in those retired justices to head, the Independent National Electoral Commission. Let it go through the process where the executive will not be involved. This is my suggestion. This is what I'm trying to, put in the front banner, so that let's discuss it.
Okay.
Let's make INEC truly independent, so that there will be an independent umpire. They will not be, have any affiliation with any political party. They will not have sympathy for any political party. They will just be there to do what is right. And who wins and carries the day, that is okay.
Okay, now, you know the process of election in the nation, a whole lot of it from the beginning to the end, which is the registration of voters, even down to the end, where is the announcement of results. Now, you've taken side with e-voting. How will e-voting help this process? We want it in details. How do you think e-voting will aid this process to be more credible?
I want to give you an example. When you go to, let me use our banking system as an example. When they introduce this electronic banking, you discover that before, in the 80s, if you have an account with Union Bank or First Bank in Imo, you cannot come here in Abuja and make withdrawals.
From the same Union Bank?
Yes. I'm talking in the 80s,
yes.
In the 70s. But today, you have your account in Abuja. They pay them money for you. You travel to Imo. When you get there, you make withdrawal from the same account. Making it very simple. It is all about, modern technology. Introducing the modern technology that will make it possible, that will make it achievable, that you, even from the registration, you have to involve the electronic, system. And let there be a process whereby every person will be in a kind of a data bank, whereby you have the names of all eligible voters. And make it very simple, that even anywhere you are, you can vote the destiny of your choice, anywhere in any state. I can be here in Abuja and vote for my, governor in my state. I can be here in Abuja and vote for somebody in Kaduna or in Kano. Then you begin to see credibility in the electoral process. And then the issue of these returning officers, we have to do away with them. Because once the result is electronically transferred, you don't need their service anymore. Thereby reducing the cost on the part of Inec. I think what I'm saying, like I said, what happened in Imo State wouldn't have happened. The governor would have, perhaps somebody has influenced him that he should, say that he announced that result under duress, which he did not. And then are using it as a case study or this thing, using the man as a kind of a scapegoat, which I personally did not like. Like I said, I hate injustices. It doesn't matter who the person is. I want justice to be done. And I'm using this medium to advise Inec to give Governor Rochas Okorocha a certificate of return. He should be given, just as others have been given.
Okay, Ed, I'm
not holding forth.
So that we don't have you as
I'm not holding forth for him.
As a spokesperson of Rochas.
No, I am not. You'll be surprised that I have not had anything to do with him. You know it here, in time past, how I have criticized most governors. So I'm just a political analyst, a public opinion analyst, a public commentator. What I see is what I say.
Okay, now so many people are saying Nigeria is not ripe for e-voting, judging from the fact that we still have hinterlands and remote areas where people have not even had contact with anything called a computer, or where electricity supply is still epileptic, and they're advancing these issues, as the reason why we are not ripe for e-voting. Do you agree with these reasons?
It is not true. There are other things you will use. Even you can use batteries and other things. There are other technological inventions that you can use in those remote areas. People that are saying that we are not ripe is people that know that they have no electoral value in their constituency. They like, you know, foul means of winning election. They don't do it straight. People that want things to be straight will advocate for this. But people who don't want it straight will not advocate for it.
Okay. Several other issues we'll be talking about, you know, the clamor for more credible polls by Nigerians. We saw a massive voter apathy in the, you know, March 9th election that was conducted, the governorship and the State House of Assembly. And so many people said they didn't come out to vote because they thought their votes didn't count. And so many people are saying we should go e-voting. I've been speaking with Emma Azuike on a clamor for a more credible election, and we'll be looking at e-voting. Now, Kaduna State last year had their local government elections, and they adopted what I will call a semi-e-voting process, and it went seamless. Is there anything we need to learn from that particular election?
No, as
and
the election
build on it to make it national.
Look at that Kaduna election. When the governor discovered that he is losing as a result of that process, he stopped it.
The governor was not contesting.
No, it was a local government election.
Yes, it was a local government election.
But he wants people that will represent him at their various local levels for his today's election, for this governorship election. And when he discovered that the thing was not going in his favor, he stopped it. And then announced those people that he desired that will represent him, because the PDP, you know, were carrying the day in Kaduna State.
But so many people emerged from the PDP too. So many local government.
I'm trying to tell you, these were local government earlier announced before he discovered that the thing is not going in his favor. And that is the truth, and that is the obvious.
So how can we build on that?
So if we will borrow a cue from that, you cannot see the credibility of that. Like I said, that we need to find a way to improve on our electoral processes. Because if we get it right in our electoral processes, we'll get it right in our developmental process. If we get it right in our electoral processes, we'll get it right in our developmental process. Because we will now be able to elect those whom we know or who we desire that will represent us and represent us well. And they themselves will also know that if they didn't do what is right, that we also, the electorate, have the ability to remove them after 4 years, or whoever they want to replace them. So with that in their mind, they would like to perform. And then Nigeria will develop. We'll create jobs for our youths. We'll create, we will attract, foreign distinct to this country through, credible process. So, because, like I said, our development depends on our electoral process. Our development depends on our electoral process.
So, if the process is credible, and we have representatives, and we don't have development, then what else do we attribute it to?
No, I've said it. If the process is credible, and the people you desire are there, and the people that are there now discovered that if they didn't perform, you also will remove them. They will like to perform. And in their performances, there will be development. In their performances, there will be development. Have you been to Imo State recently?
No.
I was there during this election. And I saw one or two things that the governor did that impressed me, to be honest and to be candid. And if people are saying, maybe you have got, which money have I collected from the governor? Have I even seen the governor? I have not seen him. Then where will I collect money from him? But let's call a spade a spade. Let's say what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. That is when we will be able to put things right in this our country.
Okay, so in essence, you are saying there is development in Imo State because they had it right with selection of leaders. Because you have said the development of a particular place is linked to, better leaders.
In 2011, Okorocha was not an incumbent governor. You know that. Yeah. It was Ike Hakim. And he defeated Ike Hakim because the people say, we don't want you anymore. We want a change. And he got it. So if an opposition will come in and wins an election, the incumbent will be very careful. I would like to perform to enable him retain his position if he's going for the second term. Or if he decides that somebody else will continue from where he stopped. Are you getting me right? So these are the things I'm suggesting. Like, actually, I was disappointed with Mr. President when he refused to sign the electoral law. Because there are certain things they pointed out in that electoral law that would have helped
to make the process
credible, this particular election. Why he refused to sign it is what I don't know. I get what I'm saying. And you discover that in most states, the result that they are bringing in during the presidential election compared to what we have seen in this governorship election is the opposite.
Okay, so much talk for e-voting, the clamor of Nigerians for e-voting, and Emma Azuike has made his own point that getting credible leaders, would lead to development of Nigeria. That if we get it right through e-voting, then it means Nigeria is going to develop. The conversation continues, and let's see what happens in 2023. But we do sincerely hope that it's going to be better than what we've had in 2019. Thank you so much for coming on the program this morning again. And on that note, we'll wrap up this segment of the program. In short, the entire show for this morning. The program this morning on ITV will be on tomorrow again. Stay tuned to watch on ITV and stay out of trouble. On behalf of our lead presenter, Joseph Kadiri, and Charity Tanko, Blessing the Morris producing behind the console, and we have Ekanem and Lovett or Lagwe, doing the powerful work around there, and the cameras and the cameramen behind the cameras. Thank you so much for being part of the program today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Gabriel. Come on. Good morning.